isn't good.
Welcome back, everybody, to round 4 of Tuesday Night Modern.
Round 4 of Tuesday Night Modern. So excited. Oh,
So
John Tople playing Affinity? Can't wait.
Can't wait. We also got some Cocoa.
I love Affinity decks. Do not like Collect the Company decks. They're fragile.
Fragile. I don't like them either. I don't know if fragile's the word I would use. Fragile. I might use the word fragile.
Fragile.
Probably not fragile.
It's French.
Chovy91, thank you for the follow.
There we go.
Firing it up.
Chovy is an interesting one. Reminds me of, so quite literally the girl next door when I was growing up. Last name?
Chovy.
Chauvin.
91.
Chauvin.
Chauvin 91?
Chauvin. I haven't
The
Facebooked
N was
her.
short for 91.
Whoa.
Look at that opener. How about that?
Look at this. Turn 2 cranial plating on the flyer. Getcha.
Are you putting it on the flyer or the Memnite?
Put it on the flyer.
You sure?
Absolutely. See?
See?
So you want to put it on the evasive creature so that when the
So if he has like a bolt or a path there, you want him to bolt or path the Memnite, right? So I'm down with putting it on the non-evasive creature and then switching it when he plays a dude.
just give it the old switcheroo.
Teddy Jr., thanks for the follow. Man, already down to 13.
Yeah. And Jonathan has the potential infect kill. Sure, he's going to start chipping away at that.
Devoted Druid. If Josh has the combo hard way, he can do this next turn.
Alright, here's another artifact in play for Tople. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh man, there's 9 infect.
So because you have to attack again next turn?
No, it's 10 exactly. So there's 4, 7, there's 8 artifacts and 2 natural power on the lands.
Well, there you go. That'll do it.
There's a nice turn 3 kill from the Affinity deck. Not a lot you can do there unless you have a piece removal. Welcome to Modern.
Welcome to Modern.
See, this is why I can't abide these Collected Company decks.
Why?
Because
they lose to, like, Affinity Nut Draws?
yeah, well, they don't have things that interact with them. I mean, I'm sure he has Path Exile on his deck.
Yeah.
But that's not enough.
Okay, well, sorry. What more do you want from me?
I don't know. I mean,
What do you want?
I want Collected Company to cost 1 less and look 2 cards less deep.
I would Collected Company to cost 2 more and only look at the top card.
Guess any 2 creatures that are in the top card of the library.
Only if they cost 3 or less.
only if they cost 3 or less. We can't have the mana advantage.
Absolutely not.
Anymore. Yeah, it's tough. It's a tough gig. Collected Company has. So if you're Tople, the Affinity deck's gonna bring in here probably Grafdigger's Cage.
That seems like a solid one. Nice little incidental artifact. Really kind of shuts down what Josh is trying to do.
I'm trying to remember my Affinity sideboard. I would bring in probably both of my copies of what's it called? Gear per Aether Grid.
That's an odd choice, I
Because
feel.
it helps. It breaks up the combo.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the Vizier is as a 1 on its own, and the Druid. It takes 4 artifacts to kill it, but
Yeah, it seems a bit excessive.
but you also get a lot of incidentals. Like you're gonna get all his.
I feel like you just want to kill him. Like he's not going to be able to stop you. Just kill him. Just kill him.
Here's the thing. So him stopping you.
I don't think you understood me. Just kill him.
Interesting line there that you've come up with.
Yeah, I think you just need to kill him. Whip flare is being said in chat.
So Whip Flare's best if they go wide, and I don't know how wide the Abzan Company deck's gonna go.
Well, it's a collected company deck, so
wide enough.
Wide enough. Whip flare seems pretty good.
Yeah, Whip Flare's fine. So them stopping you is them breaking up that kind of first attack. Like if you would have had a removal spell for the cranial plating there, you would have been in business.
John Keepin. Let's see what kind of explosiveness he's got here.
You got just the Signal Pest.
Signal Pest go. You're on the draw. Sometimes the giant explosion on the draw isn't the best anyway.
Right. Especially in game 2, you can leave yourself pretty vulnerable. That if you have one of these hands that just like pukes onto the board on the first turn, you are vulnerable to them having any number of removal spells, that kind of thing.
Absolutely.
That can shut you down. Like a Stony Silence isn't necessarily the end of the world, but it's not something you want to see.
Yeah, I'd rather explode on the board in the face of a turn 2 Stony Silence, though. Turn 2 Devoted Druid is not something I like seeing, though.
Alright, so now we're going to cast some...
There's the Grafdigger's Cage.
Here?
No point in attacking with this thing.
Yep. He's got...
Looks like he's got a Dispatch in hand.
Mana up for this Dispatch if he wants. He's got the Metalcraft, so he can definitely exile a creature. Yep. And here's Josh is going to have his own turn 3 combo. Dispatching the Elf. So when you have Metalcraft, this exiles a creature.
So he can add, what, 2 green in response?
That's correct. So this...
Might as well.
Court of Calling doesn't do anything with a Grafdigger's Cage in play, right?
Correct. Well, he did cast that, but
right.
Whatever.
Well, yeah, I mean the spell can resolve, but yeah.
Can't search. Oh well, I guess we're in where Takesy Baxy's land. Yeah, Vizier's on the stack.
Well, Vizier resolve. He played his land afterwards, and Josh is going to give this card a read because I'm sure he doesn't believe it exists.
So Druid could have gone to the graveyard if he chose to put counters on it in response, but the card does exile, so if you just let that happen, then that's where we are.
Tople brought in the Aether Grid here, and he can play any... I'm trying to... Is this one of the new Inkmoth Nexuses? What card is that? The one you just played. Oh, alright. Alright, it's an island. I didn't recognize that island art or the promo.
Totes Adorbs. Welcome to the stream.
Oh, that's Totes Adorbs. X RAR. RAR Totes Adorbs. XD. She's got the X's on the outside of the name. It makes me think of that era of the internet.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Aether Grid's awkward here because he doesn't have the artifacts to activate it right now.
Right. Yeah, he's not heavy on his artifacts. Draw. He's got this cranial plating in his hand, but nothing really to do with it.
Can't tell what the second card is.
He could have played it and equipped and gotten in for 4.
I think he's more interested in just playing the controlling game here. Let's call a judge. Rusar. Welcome to the party, buddy.
It's good to have you here.
We got a nice little judge call here. Just a little
dexterity issue. That's what I call these dexterity issues.
Is that why you call them that?
Yeah, I tell the judge, I'm like, Judge, I had a dexterity issue.
Oh, okay.
I was not dexterous enough to pluck one card off the top of this stack of many cards.
Druid did not make a mana for Vizier.
Correct.
Maybe he did. I don't even know.
Yeah, that whole sequence didn't work out because the Gravedigger's Cage prevents Chord of Calling from working. So it really didn't matter what else happened. Josh played a line and such that he needed that chord to work. Thoughtcast is the other card.
Interesting.
That card looks super blue when you make it foil.
Yeah. Rubik's the Fox. Thank you for the follow.
What do you
Not
say?
sure if I agree with that Thoughtcast there.
Here, John's going to clean up the board and pass it off. He's just going to have any number of opportunities here to just end the game at his leisure. This Selfless Spirit isn't long for this world.
No. I feel like this is all but locked up here.
Yeah, so he's going to play this Etch Champion. And that's really going to lock it up. Etch Champion with a cranial plating makes short order of things.
Attack for 5.
And 5, going to put him down to 14.
Not a small deal. And he should be in striking range next turn now.
Yep. Yeah, so he taps the plating and the cage to deal the damage to the Selfless Spirit. Animates one or both of these lands.
I think you can only animate the one unless he has another land.
And that's really going to put a hurting on. So that's 3, 5 plus 6 is 11. So he could, Tople could add 1 more damage to this race. 2 more actually. He has a Signal Pest in hand, so if he uses the Blinkmoth to cast a Signal Pest and then the Signal Pest and the Drum to animate the unattacking Blinkmoth,
Sure.
you get 2 more artifacts on the board.
Yeah, I should have definitely done that before attacks.
Right.
Regardless.
So that would put Josh at 1. I don't think that
I don't think it
it
matters.
yields him any other. Putting him to 1 versus putting him to 3 is kind of irrelevant.
This way you have like the 1 mana or the 1 damage from the Gear or Aether Grid up still.
Right.
Creeping Corrosion off the top.
Holy smokes. And
not
Tople's going to let it happen.
Dealing the 2, or dealing the 1, that's probably a mistake. Yeah, he could have dealt the. He could have killed him.
He could have dealt 1 and then any land draw here animates both these lands and gets to deal 2.
Oh wow! Not putting any artifacts on the board. He is fearless. He doesn't have the Gravedigger's Cage now.
Right.
This could be the opportunity that Joshua Doyle needed.
Right. Yeah, Creeping Corrosion destroys all the artifacts.
Every last one.
It's not targeted either, so the Etch Champion will also die.
Also bites the dust.
So, if Josh could chord for... I guess Josh could combo off right now. If he collected companies, he has a mana left, and then he can chord for 0?
Yeah, and you can't go off because you need to be able to tap the Devoted Druid for mana. Man, I don't know.
So I guess he could chord here to gain some life. Is there a card that gains some life? You can't get a Kitchen Finks. It costs 3.
Right. I mean, he could Coco in a Kitchen Finks.
He could Coco into a Kitchen Finks. Be a big deal, depending on how John handles the situation. Alright, so here's the collected company for the hopeful Kitchen Finks. 3, 4, 6. Nope.
Not there. So if I'm John, you still have this Gear Up or Aether Grid. You just pass. Oh, he's activating
Aether Grid.
Yeah, I would have just passed and let him go for the company and end a turn.
Right. Yeah, you have many opportunities to win the game at your leisure.
Yeah. Did not get it off the Coco, so that'll do it. A fast round 4. That'll do it for us tonight. Be sure to join us tomorrow for some nice new standard testing. Hopefully we'll get some dinos on there. I don't know if you guys are as excited as my co-host here for dinos, but
I don't know that I'm excited about dinos, but I really think it's the deck that Wizards forced down our throat. Like, here's a great...
Wow,
deck.
What a downer. For more depressing thoughts, join us next week as we delve back into Tuesday Night Modern.
We'll see you guys then. 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. Eastern Daylight Time, sorry.